right in front of you. Moses is getting ready to be replaced with Joshua and Caleb. Because Joshua and Caleb aren't afraid for what's in front of them, because they've already faced it alone in the darkness. It's time to stand up in your own power. God is changing the guards, and it's going to happen quick. If you know what I know, and you've been dealing with what I've been dealing with, get ready and stay ready. I don't know when God is going to move. Only thing I'm going to say is get and stay ready in position. I don't know when it's going to happen. But too many synchronicities came up today, and I'm just saying, stay ready. Everyone gets the opportunity to do their own work and wake up in their own timing. And it was just gross to have somebody that was a spiritual leader come into my emails. I hadn't seen or heard of this person in months. Matter of fact, years. Since I've been going through this process since 2022. Had heard nothing. So I said, yeah. Thought you could come in, but I said, black, down about your business. Send nothing but cleansing and purifying energy to you. Because I don't have no aid against you. I promise you I don't. I just don't want you around me. Once you see the Judas, you go ahead and put up the fence and say, Mr. Wilson, don't look over here. Everyone gets the opportunity to do their own work and wake up in their own timing. It's hard when you love folks. Woo! But in their own timing. Keep going. Let me tell you something. You finna see something you ain't never seen before. Remember that movie back in the day called Left Behind? You finna see people on pulpits dropping like flies. Listen what I say. Because they thought that they was covered. In scripture, whether it's in Ephah, whether it's in Quran, whether it's in the Bible, remove religion, and it all says this. God is sending the connection back, the Christ consciousness, the love, for cleansed and purifying vessels. No, you ain't got to be perfect. But this mess, living in hypocrisy and living two lives, that life is over. They get the opportunity to decide just like you did. Don't carry somebody else's burden or fight their battle. Read Philippians 2:12 for yourself. And that's what it says. Don't fight somebody else's battle. Don't hold that. Don't carry they projections that say, I see nothing in cleansing and purifying back energy to you. I don't want nothing to do with that projection. That's Thank you, but no thank you. You can keep your projection if that's what you want. But that ain't my issue. James 1:19-21 NLT. Don't allow anyone to take your power or your energy. Understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. We must all be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. Human anger does not produce the righteousness God desires. But that righteous anger, we like, we need to do something now. Things need to change now. So get rid of all that negative thinking and humbly accept the word that God has planted in your hearts, for it has the power to save your souls. I mean, God is going to do it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Verses like Quran 17:53 and 4:148 highlight the importance of speaking kindly, avoiding slander, and speaking the truth. 2:254 emphasizes that it's not for creation that is under Allah to question Allah's decisions because he knows better. Okay, let's break it down. You can ask questions, but to question in the time, now I know about my life better. Yeah, that's when your ego is getting in the way. Allow the correction. Because when you receive the correction will save your life. No, it don't feel good. It never feels good. But if you receive the correction, your life will be saved. It requires the believers to surrender to Allah's will, which is a message of faith and surrender to divine authority. I don't care who you under, because I ain't even under religion. I'm under spirituality. I surrender to what I hear, and I say, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Because let me tell you something. There's no sex in the spirit realm. There's no time or distance in the spirit realm. There's no sex. So if you call God a woman, it is true. If you call God a man, it is true. Because God is what we are, the goal that we have went to, that I went through before walking away from everything, becoming divine feminine and divine masculine in one, being completely whole, needing nothing but me and God. Okay. Do you know who you really are? Do we know who we really are? It's time to it's time to get into our studies, whatever we're in. Pray, meditate, and find out who are you? Who are you? Be so secure that when things come to steal your joy, we bounce back quicker. Because see, what I've been noticing is this thing where, how can I say this and be kind? Where we have this spirit to say we're gonna get rid of patriarchy and all of that. But then it's like, well, this is what you need to do. But you just step back into patriarchy because you're telling me what I need to do, and that's all about control. Spirituality allows me to live how I want to live and live with God how I want to live. And if I call God God, and if I call God Allah, and if I call God Buddha, and if I call God Hecate, and if I call God Ori, the Olo Dudamar. Nobody has to see it the same way. We are 8 billion people with 8 billion different fingerprints. Do you think we're going to think the same? No, because not all of us have the same experience. So why, when we come from under the umbrella of religion to get in spirituality, to have just as many rules? There are no rules. Find out what works for you and do that. There are no rules in spirituality. What works for you? Because what's happening with spirituality is people are coming from religion and coming to spirituality, telling what you need to do and what you ought to do. And other thing I say is, what works for you? Do that. Be at peace with yourself. Everything else, throw it in the trash. And when people try to project on you, walk on, keep on. You can just walk on. Come on, CC Peterson. Just keep on walking. You ain't gotta be running people. I'm still saying. You know why I'm still saying? Because it's my birthright. It's my spiritual birthright. You know what my spiritual birthright is? To be wealthy, to be abundant in all areas of my life. I am worthy of love. And there is no lack. They just trying to hoard it all, but you know what, God, so they can hoard it all they want to, because I got something up my sleeve. Watch what God's gonna do. I am worthy of a life I love. You know why I'm worthy of a life I love? Because that's my birthright, my blood bond right. I'm worthy of a rounded, wealthy life. That is an abundant life in all areas. Nothing missing. That's peace. Nothing missing. Nothing broken. Wholeness in all areas of my life. I'm worthy of the dream that is in my heart. You know what's in my heart. The dream that God put it in. It's coming to pass. Mm-hmm. It's coming to pass. Mm-hmm. It's coming to pass. Okay, I'm my own DJ. I release timelines that are no longer for me. I don't have no issues with y'all. I promise y'all I don't. I release myself from everything that held me in bondage. Everything that didn't treat me how I wanted to be treated. Everything that saw me as your source, but wasn't willing to give me anything. You were just taking. You were just draining me of my energy, but you didn't give me anything. And guess what? I'm not angry. I'm not bitter. I don't have any strife. I don't have any animosity. I'm not even hurt no more because you're in survival mode. And I get it. I was there. I'm working on myself every day. I don't have nothing to beat you up on. I don't have nothing to tear you down on. I don't. I send nothing but cleansing and purifying energy your way. And I pray that God will send laborers in the field that you can listen to. Because evidently I wasn't the one. I think that God sent laborers in the field that you can listen to, that your heart can change and rearrange, and that you can see yourself in a full light. I did my best. And that's all I'm going to say. And I released myself. There's no tailoring. I cut the cord. Two can only walk as they agree, according to Amos, and we don't agree anymore. I'm not going to fight that, and I release you, and I let you go. And I love you in the love of the Lord. There it is. I owe you nothing but love. That's all I owe you, nothing but love. I release the timelines that require me to shrink. I won't shrink, not one tittle. I won't be quiet so you can shine. I have my mind and I'm going to use it. And you can project all you want to, honey. You little. I ain't little. I'm not rushing and placing pressure on myself. I'm just open for clear communication and wisdom on my next move in stillness. Honey, getting quiet in God's presence is everything. Shh. I walk forward, lighter, clearer, and deeply supported. I'm never alone. I have my ancestors, angels, and God. That's a 3-4 chord. It's not easily broken. I'm knowing even if I'm walking by myself, I'm never alone. If my angels and my ancestors jump out on you, that's between you and your ancestors. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Because I'm over here working on my heart, working to make sure I'm hearing God. Okay, the angels always bring me something amazing that causes my heart to light up. And they did it today. It never fails. They did it today. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it all. I'm aware enough to pause, breathe, and sit still for the next move, or just know that I am loved in every way that love can show itself. Love is amazing. Oh, love. Would I spend all my time? Come on, Luca. Oh, we miss you, Luca. People go out of their way to do me good because of the favor of God on my life. Rules, laws, regulations, and any red tape is removed from me. It is said, we don't usually do this. They can't help it. I can't help it either. But if God say, no ma'am, if my intuition say, no, we're done with that. If my ancestors say, I wish you would go over there, I'm done and my hands is up. I have miracles every day, and uncommon blessings find me without me even searching for them. They just fall upon me because I'm aligned. Once you start operating according to God's will, things will start hitting you. Boom, boom, boom. And make sure you listen to the will of God. You see, everything gonna look good on paper, but what is your inside saying? Is your inside saying, blinking lights showing up like, no, don't. If some inside is saying, no, I don't care what everybody else saying. F them people. This your life that you got to live. Is it real? Because if it ain't, let it go. I don't consent in any energy control. I'm grounded, safe, and fully in control of myself. Untouchable and fully sovereign in myself. All cords are moved from me. Cut, cut, sniff, sniff, burn, burns. And I sever every cord of connection. Because everything they try to put you in the spotlight ain't right. I'm worthy of, because let me tell you something. God will tell you real quick. He said, I'm going to need you to reel that in right there. Because people can see that energy on you. And they going to do everything powerful. Anything in their power to try to do a destiny swap. This ain't just about you. This is about your whole lineage. So think about that. I'm worthy of my dreams and everything my heart desires. Okay, if it's in here, you best believe that God, man, I allow clear thinking to find me without fighting for it. I don't have to fight for it. I don't have to take what's yours. I don't have to compete with you because mine is tailor-made for me. I'm worthy of seeing all my dreams come true while seeing the light in darkness in every moment. If I can look up here from a different perspective, I can change my life in seconds. Do you hear me? I saw this somewhere and I said, all things come to me in perfect, mature timing for my highest outcome and for the good of all. Because when I win, you win. And you win, I win. Guess what? They don't need to rush in it because when